Alright, bro, you've probably heard of the term biohacking, but today we're going to be talking about how we can hack the laws of human nature. Now, this is a more psychological, philosophical type of practice, if you want to call it, or just a self-awareness tool. But I want to break down how I believe is the best way how you can really hack and really re-engineer, rewire, and just completely reprogram your mind from the stuff that you believe right now, the stuff that has been put into your brain right now, the stuff that you might not truly believe, but you're just on autopilot mode and just walking towards it without ever questioning it. And that statement brings us to that key. Question everything, bro. Question everything. Understand that when you're growing up, when you're like 1 to 5 years old, somewhere around there, that's where your brain is basically like Play-Doh. It can just be molded and shaped into whatever way it is that the external world, the external environment is making it go towards. So once you understand that, once you really start to dig in deep into your own psyche, you have to realize that a lot of the things that you do, that you believe in, that you pursue, that you want, that you think that you need, are actually someone else's beliefs, someone else's philosophy on life, someone else's religious ideals, someone else's morals, someone else's values that has been passed on for generations and generations and generations. Your parents probably thought the same things that you think. Their parents probably taught them the same things too. These core things follow down the line, and in today's day and age, it's not only just from your family, not only just from your community, but it's also from the entire world due to the internet, due to social media, due to technology allowing communication on different planes that we simply could not before. So with that in mind, let's talk about how you can really just start to almost damn near perform some biochemistry in your own head. Figure out what is the things that you truly deep down believe in. This is a topic of nature versus nurture, that type of whole ideal. So one thing, read the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Oh my motherfucking gosh, that book is a banger, bro. I wish somebody told me about that before, because Robert Greene is known for the 48 Laws of Power, and while I read that book before The Laws of Human Nature, it was but way too fucking overhyped to me. Way too fucking overhyped to me. I don't know why people aren't talking about The Laws of Human Nature more, but that's what I'm gonna do. Speak on it here, because a lot of the topics, a lot of the ideas I got for this video comes from that. So if I could pinpoint it to one main thing, like I said, question everything. Question things that you do, because like we said, we are programmed very, very animalistically. Monkey see, monkey do. You see your parents do this, you do that. You see your friends do this, you do the exact same thing. All that stuff, man. So when you actually take a step back to really question things, to really challenge your beliefs, challenge your ideals, challenge all the things that you think that you know, when in reality you only know from your own perspective, that's when real growth takes place. That's where you really can hack back into your own human nature and program it into the way that you want, versus it being hijacked by the people around you, society, social media, technology. Because that's facts, bro. You got hijacked. Your brain got hijacked. Like I've said before, the brain is like the steering wheel to this, the physical body, the vehicle. And the soul, inevitably, is the driver at all. But that's another topic for another day. Let's keep it down to the mind and body. Wherever you train your mind, the body will follow. So all the things that's in your brain that's causing you to do all these things, and you don't really understand why you're doing them, you're just on autopilot mode, this is where the art of just questioning everything comes into play. Now, I'm not saying go completely 180 on it, go completely opposite, believe the exact opposite of whatever it is that you believe. But what I'm saying is question it. question it and be like, why do I actually believe in this? Why do I actually want to do this? Why do I actually think this is a good thing? Why do I think this is going to benefit me? And once you start doing these things, you're going to start to understand that a lot of the fucking shit that you do is not correlating with what you actually think is a right thing, what you actually think will help you in this life to progress in whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. Matter of fact, the things that you're trying to pursue might not align with whatever it is that you really actually are passionate about, that you really actually want to do. So these type of exercises where you're mentally challenging yourself, that you really just, god damn, bro, feds are after me for dropping this game. If I can't finish this video, tell my mom I love her. But all right, we're good. But yeah, when you mentally challenge yourself, it's like going to the gym. You got to challenge your physical body. You got to up the reps, you got to up the weight, because if you don't, you'll never grow. You'll never see your full potential. Same thing with the mental side of life. And like we said before, the mental is almost everything when it comes to this realm, because your mind makes the body follow, do all these things. Yes, the spiritual side of things is another layer on top of that. But when we're just talking about here, the mind really is the tool, the key, the master key to understand this reality on a more deeper level. So when you start doing these things and you start coming to the conclusions like, bro, this ain't really what I want to do. This ain't really what I believe. This ain't really what I genuinely believe is the truth. You slowly start to, like I've said before on my other videos on here, you start to cut the dead weight so it leaves room for you to elevate. It leaves room for you to just dive in deeper, because once you believe in something, this is damn near 99% of the world, 99% of the people, even myself. If I believe in something, I will so strongly defend it, so that belief system, that ideology is not feeling like it's being attacked. Because on a really biological level, on a really evolutionary level, you aren't in a state of where you're at war with people that you got to survive. So you're trying to make your ideas, the world that you live in, the world that's up in here, survive. You will protect it to the fullest. That's why you see a lot of people who are deeply religious. If something is challenging their ideals, they will simply shut it off. They won't even entertain it. They won't even try to see the other side of the coin, just to be able to see it, just to see what it is, just to entertain the fact. They don't have to believe in it, but they won't even look at it. That's one of the biggest examples of this. And when you're in that state of just, no, I'm right, no, everyone else is wrong. Dude, you're just putting yourself in a box. You're not allowing you to really experience the fullness of life. You are genuinely engineering your own human nature to be less than what it is capable of. So if you want to learn how to hack it to go back to the way that you want it to be open, to be free, to just be expansive, this is when your mind gets to the higher levels of consciousness. This is when your body will follow that too and become the best version of itself. This is when your spirit starts to actually come forth and activate, if you want to call it that. You got to understand that these things are like mental roadblocks that won't allow you to really get to the next destination in life, to allow you just to explore. Maybe you're on a road trip and you want to get to Florida from California, but you have to go through all these states. If you aren't able to stop at these states, even if you don't like the states, you still will pick up on things that will eventually help you get to Florida maybe quicker. Maybe you get a little shortcut from this guy that you met in Arizona. Maybe that in Arizona you meet, in Texas you meet someone else that's telling you, hey bro, bend down this way. You might figure out a better path that way. These type of things is what's so limiting in the world today, in my opinion. Because people are in that box, they don't challenge their belief systems, and they've had their human nature hijacked by external forces. And those external forces could be good. I'm not saying everything's bad. I'm not saying if you believe these things from a younger kid that they're bad. What I am saying is you should be the deciding factor. Not because when you were younger, your brain got meshed up and play-dohed around to believe this system. So when you're watching this video, after you're done watching it, maybe you can pause it right now. I want you to really think about the things that you genuinely have a deep affinity towards, that you really are passionate about, that you really believe, that your morals are really attached to, that your values are really hung up on, and ask yourself, write it down or just meditate on this question. Why do I believe these things? Why do I think this is this? Why do I think that is that? Why do I not believe that about this? And if you don't have a genuinely real logical answer, bro, your human nature is being hijacked. And it's 99% of us, 99.9% of us. The people that are not in these positions are the people who are quote unquote polymaths, quote unquote Renaissance men. They just have hacked their own human nature and they have a wide scope of what they believe in, of all these things that they study, and they all bring it and synthesize it to what they truly believe. They piece the puzzle up together. They don't get someone else to do the puzzle for them while they're 5 years old and be like, here, this is the game that you're gonna play, this is what it's gonna be. So, in my opinion, once you do these things and once you start actually being honest with yourself, being brutally honest with yourself, because the truth will piss you off at first, but shall set you free. It's gonna allow you to really click on things and really open up you to a whole nother world of what this human existence is about. Again, I do recommend you read that book, because not only is it giving you examples of how people do these things throughout history, what certain attributes of them have been ingrained, and how they use these laws of human nature to either help themselves in certain ways, do bad things in certain ways, just understand it in a better way, because you're seeing it from an external point of view. And it's a really good book when it comes to psychology, your psyche, understanding stuff about yourself. I could not do justice about trying to review the book, do a summary, because that shit is a fucking thick as hell, bro. It's a damn Bible. It's like that thick. It's crazy. It's like, it's 48 laws of power at its true essence, in my opinion, bro. The other book is a lot of manipulative tactics, all this shit. It's pretty cool though. I like how it's written. But this thing, bellissimo. Fucking amazing. So with that said, bro, challenge your ideals, read that book, and start asking yourself, why do I do certain things? Why do I believe certain things? Why do I act in certain ways? Is it just my my reactive mind just going straight to this thing, which most of the time it is. It's just what I've been programmed to do. Or am I actually logically taking a step back from it, being self-aware enough, and choosing whatever option it is that I do want to actually pursue? This is why things like meditation, being self-aware, being emotionally intelligent, all that stuff is so important when it comes to actually programming your mind in the way that you believe, not what someone else tells you to believe. So, some food for thought, man. Some food for thought. Some practices you can do. A book that you can read. Classes dismissed. I was with the Fulati out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping out that game so you guys can make these gains. And I'm out of here. Peace.